Hello, ladies and gents. Romie Reviews here. Please like, comment, subscribe. So here's the thing. I do still watch The Oval. I know I did a review for the first episode, and I said, we'll see what happens next week. Next week and the week after that, I watched, and I was just like, wait, am I really watching this? But we're on week 4, as far as this is the 4th episode, which means that I guess this is a show I'm going to continue to watch. Why not talk about it? First thing is first. I'm not going in any particular order. I'm just going to talk about the different characters. We're just going to do this pretty quickly and call it a day. If you're the type where you need to hear the character name, understand, that's not happening here. I don't take this show too seriously, so I'm not going to put in a certain amount of effort to get it right. Well, I'm going to get it right, but to get something like the characters' names right, it's just not happening. Check out my other channel, Romie Whispers ASMR, and let's discuss what is really going on with the show. In last week's episode, if you didn't see it, the first lady went and put glass on the shower, the floor of the shower. So when the president went in, glass went in his foot. And because of that, he's still in pain. But who cares about that? Because I don't like him. I don't like her. Some of the things that happened in the episode were the fact that the son, the president's son, is a creep. We already knew that he's a creep, but we found out how much of a creep he actually is. He's the type where apparently when they lived in the governor's mansion, he would go and walk around naked and I guess do other stuff. And he's infatuated or interested in the aide who is there who's a part of the staff, who more so is to go and clean and kind of be like an attendant for them. And she looks young. She looks his age. Now, whether this is true or not, I don't know. But at one point, she had a conversation with him because he invited her to her room because he needed something. He needed to see where the toothpaste was, something like that, whatever. And she was like, cool. At one point, he actually asked her do you, how old are you? Or something like that. I think she said she was 26 or 28. Maybe she said she was 28. And we both looked at her like, yeah, okay. But he was like, oh, you look a lot younger. And I thought that he was going to chill out, but then I'm thinking, she still looks good, so what's the problem? He was clearly thinking that too, because then he takes off his shirt. Now, mind you, before that happened, he was actually naked, walking around, not close to her, but still overall behind her. She kind of saw a glimpse of it, and she made a comment to the woman who, also the other woman who works in the White House, who kind of seems like an all-in-one, she does it all type personality there. And so thankfully she had someone outside. She didn't need help, but she had someone outside who was able to, if anything happened, help her. But this guy is weird. He's weird. The daughter is a mess. This episode, the daughter finally acknowledges that, yes, she was lying, and it's because she was drunk. And this came out because after the butler was fired, yes, the president was like, my daughter was raped, and you're acting like this, and I'm going to fire him, and then I'm going to do something to his son. And I'm thinking, we're really not saying anything? Is that what's going? Oh, okay. Because before that, the daughter had a run-in with, I'll call her second in command, because that's how she seems to act in the house there. And second in command, the woman had to go and tell her because the daughter threw a pillow at her. I'm thinking, what? The daughter was saying greasy stuff to her, just being disrespectful, again, trying to make it seem like she's stupid and she's dumb. And so then she had to go and tell her, do you know who Emmett Till is? And she was like, no, who's Emmett Till? I said, oh, Lord, what? That's like a bare, but what do you mean you don't know? So then she started to explain, she's like, of course I know who Emmett Till is. As soon as second in command leaves, the daughter goes and checks out who Emmett Till is. And even then, she still didn't say anything. Her mother had to go after the butler was fired. Her mother had to be the one to drag it out of her because her father was basically going to go and possibly, get rid of this kid permanently or teach him the ultimate lesson, whatever the ultimate lesson is. And it's disgusting. So then he's upset. He's like, go to your room. I'm thinking, so this is why your daughter's personality is trash. This is why your daughter's personality is trash. I thought it was just because of the wife. No, it's also because of you. A bunch of enablers, bunch of cover-ups. You go and reprimand, but clearly you don't do a good enough job to where it actually creates the results needed for these dang brats. What else happened? Butler's son had to go, and he's still looking for his daughter. But it actually started off with him shooting his father in the leg. And there's an artery in the thigh, or maybe it's more than one, I don't know. But that could have been really bad. And so he's like, I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry, Dad. And his father's like, it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's like, I'm sorry. What we're doing now is he is going to give the father the gun. He goes and leaves. When they both come home, they act like it never happened because that's the last thing the mom needs to hear. Speaking at the home, Butler's son is going in on his girlfriend because he still blames the girlfriend, even though the mom was the one who set all of this up. And it gets weirder. Clearly, he loves his girlfriend, but maybe he does not like her. And I say that because the daughter, I guess, and her don't have a good relationship. He may be just extremely hard on her to be the replacement mom that the daughter doesn't have. There's a lot going on there. We're going to find that out a little bit later. What does come out is the girlfriend is working. She's, I guess, a pharmacist, and she is working with a guy who likes her. There was a little situation with the patient, which was hilarious. That was funny. I said that's realistic because the patient couldn't read the bottle properly because the print was really small. So when she was trying to say, yes, it's the same thing as it's like, no, it's not. The guy had to come in because there was a little bit of a toot. Now, what ends up happening is the guy keeps talking about how, he likes her and how that guy isn't good for him. It's like, oh, you had an argument with him. I hope she really doesn't cheat on her boyfriend. I hope she doesn't, but the dude's a little bit of a douche. So I understand why, but we're still not going to say that that's okay. Butler's son and wife go to the police station. They're there for a while. They're getting the usual runaround, and things take a turn when he finally says who has his daughter, and then he describes who the mom is because he had the court papers to show that he has what was it, 100% legal custody, sole custody. It's called sole custody. He did all of that, but once they went and said who the mom was again, and if she had a tattoo, I already knew what that meant. The mother's dead. Who knows if the daughter is still even there? Because I didn't see the previews for next week. So who knows if the daughter is still even at the location that they're probably thinking of. But maybe now with a dead body showing up, that can give them more than enough to go and launch a plan. Because now they have to do a wellness check. I guess. I'm not really sure where we're going with this. Not really sure how I feel about the show. The only other storyline that happened that clearly I didn't care too much about was the storyline with the chief of staff and his wife. He's trying to act like the good old husband. He's trying to act like he wasn't doing anything with the security person on the side. So the security person on the side goes because he's going to get fired, or I should say he's going to get transferred. Not fired, but transferred. And the security guy on the side, because I knew that there was something off with him. Just something off with him. He goes over to where big dude is. Big dude that having sex with the chief of staff's wife, they know each other. And I should have known. They know each other. That not only do they know each other, security guy goes and kisses him to wake him up. Because remember, they were performing surgery, but they were also trying to interrogate him. He wouldn't speak. And now we know why he wouldn't speak. Because it wouldn't be beneficial based on this agreement that they had. So the goal was to set up this woman so that I guess the husband would divorce her and he could go and fill in, even though this man cannot go and have a husband instead of a wife being the chief of staff in the United States. Oh, this is messy. This is messy because the security guy was even like touching and feeling and ogling, and he's a creep. This show's full of creeps. I still don't know how to feel about it. Let me know what you think. I'm sorry. I don't think I can watch this. It's just not my type of show. I want my girlfriends. And I'm still getting over some allergy cold mess. So that's why I sound like this. Come back next week. Thanks.